Right, can we all quiet down there, please? Right, Thomas, is it recorded?
Yeah.
Okay, right, quiet everyone, over to you guys.
So we're doing Rubblebucket, If You See My Enemy. So the whole thing for us is we looked at the lyrics mainly and decided to do our whole story about what the lyrics mean to us. So we saw the lyrics as being like a person being bullied or someone bullying someone. So that's what our mood board's going up to. So for us it reminds us about friends, your enemies, dark times, and then the past. So do you want to explain the 80s and the past and that?
Yes, I will. Right, so when we were looking at this song, it reminded me of like some 80s indie rock music, such as Echo and the Bunnymen, the Undertones, which were an Irish rock band, and it was combined like with rock music from the 80s as well, so AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, The Who, the Rolling Stones. So we've taken our inspiration off that, so we can look at the lyrics and see how we're going to make our movie and how we're going to transfer it into our final video. I'd now like to hand over to Tom.
Yeah.
Noah.
So we got the cowboy and the past, because it's like, you know, past and future, you know. Can't run away from your past. Change it in the future, make friends again with your enemies. That's the whole point of the song. Now, Toby.
We chose friends as a topic because, well, at first it's about enemies chasing people who obviously don't like, hence why we've got the chasing picture, which obviously the bullies at the back and the victims at the front. And then we've got a picture of friends because just showing that they become friends in the end. And then we've got Jason Statham and Dwayne Johnson because in the movie they're both enemies, but in the end they become friends, so it's just like the best way to represent it really. So.
And then we've also got with the greener field here, it talks in one of the lyrics, within the first lyrics, about it all being green and colourful, and then going on to a lawless past, so that's why our theme is quite dark and miserable.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Thank you very much for watching.
It's our TV show. Yeah, so I think I got a good sense of what you're doing there. I think you I can see a theme appearing.
Yeah.
I can kind of picture what it's going to look like when it's shot, but you've kind of set the bar quite high with a lot of your themes because you've got like loads of locations, costumes, things like that. If you are going to pull off that whole thing, and one thing I wanted to say to you is you've got to make it clear as to what's going on, because some of that started to sound a bit vague then, in terms of why does a cowboy equal
It's just
enemies in the past? Or
the past,
it starts to get a bit lost.
It's kind of like, because there's a lawless past there.
Right, okay,
Yeah.
so you're using the lawlessness of the Wild West
Yeah.
to represent that. Okay, you've just got to make that clear, I think, because some of that started to sound a bit unclear. But yeah, I like the overall theme. Anyone got any questions about that? Harry?
What is the meaning of the picture is behind bars?
Oh, one of the lyrics talks about him being in jail due to his lawless past, so that's to do with the whole prison part of it.
Fair enough.
Yes, Dylan.
Why is there a ghost?
That's because then it also goes on to about the cemetery, and one of the lines it talks about a cemetery and about ghosts rising from its graves.
So that's why we've got the ghost in it.
Good. I think you've got some good stuff in there. You just need to bring it all together, don't you?
Yeah.
Into a coherent sort of narrative. Okay. Thanks, Thomas.